Imagine waking up every day feeling trapped. Trapped not by the market's volatility, not by the reports or the news cycles, but by the very strategies we're told to follow. Strategies spun from old textbooks, recycled buzzwords, and herd mentalities that promise safety but deliver mediocrity. You know that sinking feeling when you realize all the so-called experts are playing the same tune? It's deafening. You watch the big firms parade their results, yet you feel stuck on the sidelines, yearning for that elusive edge. The kind of edge that's not about luck, hype, or a flashy headline. The edge that shakes your core. Because deep down, what you truly crave isn't just a good return, it's freedom. Freedom from the noise, the clutter, the box you feel squeezed into. But what if the problem isn't just the market? What if it's the very way we think about hedge fund strategies? What if the missing piece isn't some new indicator or an untapped sector, but a mindset, a framework that breaks the chains of conventional investing and taps into something raw, powerful, almost primal? The truth is, most hedge fund strategies are designed to comfort, not to disrupt. They offer a template, a map drawn by complacency, hedged bets, and consensus thinking. Safe? Maybe. Profitable? Sometimes. Revolutionary? Rarely. But the world we live in today doesn't reward safety or marginal gains anymore. It punishes passivity. Every second you stay bound to these tired frameworks, the market moves past you, faster than you can blink. While you're busy chasing yesterday's themes, someone else is quietly building the future, shaping it from the edge, beyond comfort, beyond consensus. Now, what if the strategy that everyone's missing is not hidden in data feeds, not buried in complex algorithms? What if it's standing right in front of you, waiting to be seen? It's the strategy of becoming sovereign as an investor. Sovereign not because you control everything, but because you own your will fully. Not because you follow every trend, but because you decide what matters. Not because you diversify endlessly, but because you align selectively. This strategy is not about being everywhere. It's about being precise and relentless where it counts. You're not stuffing your portfolio with 1,000 small bets, hoping one sticks. You're making a few moves that cut through the noise, that make the system notice you because you are a force, not a follower. This strategy demands brutal honesty. You have to face what's truly holding you back right now. Is it fear? Is it the constant tug of social proof? The temptation to mimic every new shiny thing, every hot tip? Because that's not strength. That's the illusion of power. Real strength is sitting in discomfort and owning it. It's rejecting the easy path while others choose comfort and conformity. It's a path riddled with tough questions, but it's also the only path toward real impact, real returns, real freedom. Think about this. As investors, how often are decisions driven not by your unique insight or conviction, but by the buzz, the algorithm, or the safe consensus? How many times have you seen the herd plunge into the same asset, only to watch it collapse? That pattern repeats because the system rewards mediocrity, encourages playing it safe, and punishes radical thinking. But true alpha, the kind that moves markets, is found on the fringe. It lives where few dare to go, where the rare dare to align fiercely with their vision, weaving connections others ignore, spotting patterns hidden in chaos. This is the heart of the missing strategy, to be not part of the crowd, but the one who disrupts it. But here's the catch. This is not about reckless risk, blind rebellion, or breaking for the sake of breaking. It's about refined rebellion, the rebel who does their homework, who understands the forces at play, but chooses to act on their own terms. It's about critical thinking so sharp it cuts past every smokescreen. This is a surgical, not a shotgun approach. It's the slow, deliberate work of building an autonomous network, your network, where brilliance finds its twin flame, where misaligned genii suddenly create a new axis of strength together. where your strategy becomes not a solo act, but an ecosystem of power tapping into radical ideas, fierce insights, and complementary mindsets. You don't have to do this alone anymore. Theta is the place where the missing strategy becomes real, not a theory, not a buzzword. It's a movement of investors and innovators who are done playing by broken rules, tired of sleepy markets and hollow signals. Here, rare minds converge, not to compete, but to amplify one another. It's where understanding transcends data and becomes an art form. It's a space where your most unsettling questions find answers because the usual filters have been tossed aside. Imagine a portfolio shaped not by chance, but by clear sovereignty. Not by chasing every wave, but by syncing with the underlying currents of change that power the next economic revolution. You align yourself with sectors, assets, and strategies few see because they lack the courage to look beyond the safe zones. You don't just invest, you channel your will into the market, becoming a force that moves in sync with the rarest opportunities, armed with the most profound understanding of risk and timing. At the root of this strategy is patience, deep, unshakable patience backed by conviction and clarity. The market can't break you if you're playing the long game, but the long game is only won by those willing to bear loneliness, uncertainty, and doubt while others panic. That means unlearning everything sold as best practice. Forget the rush to quarterly results. Forget the noise that drowns out your vision. This is a marathon for those willing to burn bright quietly, who know the brightest flames don't roar, they smolder and ignite. Let's talk about connection. Why does every leader, investor, and professional feel isolated? It's not because the rare don't exist, but because they're scattered, misaligned, unseen. The missing piece isn't more data or more analysis. It's connection to the few who think as you do, who share the fire and the radical mind to push boundaries. When those connections ignite, they create synergy so fierce, the system itself shakes. When the misunderstood link arms, the misfit alliances forge new paths, unlocking power no solo player could achieve. Here's the undeniable secret. The world rewards those who refuse to fit the mold, not with empty slogans, but with exponential value. When you expand your horizon beyond borders, past the noise of conventional wisdom, passing the hollow claims of safe strategies, you tap into a truth almost nobody else sees. Systems are broken because they're designed to trap, not to liberate. But when you become sovereign, when you create your autonomous network of allies, insight, and courage, you're no longer playing their game. You become the game changer. This is a call to those who feel the quiet fire burning inside, that unbearable tension between what you've been told and what you know deep down. You were made for more clarity, more freedom, more power through radical alignment. This is the hedge fund strategy everyone's missing because the system fears it. It's too disruptive. It's too precise. It demands too much. But it's real. It's yours for the taking. Stop shaking your head at the old playbook. Tear the page from fear and complacency. Begin building your edge with sovereignty, radical selectivity, patient insurgency, and fierce connection. This is how the few become unstoppable. This is how the rare remake the future. The strategy you need isn't hidden in secrets or whispers. It's in your will, your filter, your network. Claim it. Own it. Once you do, no market will ever cage you again.